Hi, in this tutorial we will see how we can do a glass of Coca-Cola. It will be a short tutorial, but we can start. Okay, we are in Blender, we don't need this cube, so we can delete that. And after we can change the units, so you can go to the world, you can go to the scene, you can change the units, and you can change the length to centimeters. After we need a reference, so I press 1 to go to the front view, and I will drag and drop a picture. After when it's done, we need to add a cylinder to the scene. So the first thing what I will do is take the picture and center in the center of the scene. So I go here, I press 0 for each axis. When it's done, we can go to the perspective view, we can press Shift A, Mesh Cylinder, and it will add a cylinder. After we can reduce the vertices to 10. The reason we are doing this class, and we need only 10 surfaces that you can see here. After, for the radius and the depth, you can check on the internet the glass and the dimension, and I have some value here. So the first value for the radius will be the diameter divided by 2, so it will be 8.2 divided by 2, and for the depth we will put 15,5 centimeter, of course, and you can zoom with the point on that. After we need to reshape that, so I go to the front view, so I press 1. And first we need to resize the image. So I go to the wireframe, it will be more simple. And I can scale my picture to fit with the cylinder. Can be approximatively like this. Okay. Okay, for me it's good like this. There is a different method that you can do the glass. Here we start with the cylinder, but you can also start with a basis spline. You follow the path here, and after you can do a convert to mesh, and you can after do a spin of that, and to have the rotation, and you have the glass also. But we will use this method. So now we can cut in the glass. After I go to the edit mode here, I press tab and I press Ctrl R. And I will put like this 4, and after we will do some scaling. So I select the top here, I press S and Shift and Z to block the axis only in the Z position. S, Shift, Z. S, Shift, Z. So I follow my reference image, as you can see here. S, Shift, Z. And I do exactly the same for the last. S, Shift, Z, like this. Okay. Now we can check in the perspective view, and it's nice here. Okay. I select the top face. So the more easy it's to toggle the X-ray mode. I go here. I press E, and it will be really small. You see? So I think the scale will be really small. So we can go like here, and I will put that manually to 0.98. 0.98. It will be really small. Okay, when it's done, you can go to the front view, you can toggle to the X-ray mode, E, Z, and I press Z to constrain on the Z axis. I go to the below here and I do a scale S without constraint. So I just put like here and I do again a little bit like here. Okay. After I go to the perspective view, I do a control cut on the top. So I click here, I press Ctrl R. So as you can see here, I can do a cut just like here, it's perfect. And now we can do some relief. So I go here, I select the face that you can see here, I press E, extrude along normals, and I press 0.1. Okay, seems good. And after what we can do is just a cut inside. So I press Ctrl R here. I go here. So you can see here. I go to the front view. I press here to move. G, Z, so it's hard to see, but it's here, G, Z. So I move a little bit up. So as you can see, I've put a cut on the top. Now it's there. I press S and Shift Z to constrain only in two axes. So I press S, Shift Z, and now I can constrain a little bit like this, so to be really close like this. Okay. Perfect. I go here, and we can do the same operation below. So I press Ctrl R below here. I go to the front view, so I press 1. I toggle the X-ray so I can see better what I'm doing. And I move the stuff really down, as you can see here. So I press G and Z. And in the front view, you can see it will be below. So if you go to the X-ray, it will be really in the below part. Okay, now we can add a mesh move modifier. So I exit to the normal mode. I go here, and you can see directly the result here. Now we can go to the modifier, add modifier, generate subdivision surface. And I put 2, it's okay. And you can put also shade smooth on that. Now what we need is just to cut a little bit below. So to go faster, I just relay the preview. I press Ctrl tab, Ctrl R, as you can see, and I go below here and I do a cut just here. And normally it will be enough here. Yes. I press tab and it's quite good. Now we will do the material. So I go to the material, I press new, and we can rename that to glass. You can put the color to F8 3 times, like this. And for the other parameter, I put the roughness to 0.02. It's really not so much. And IOR, I put 1.45. It's for the glass. After I go to transmission, I put that to 1. We can go to the render and we can activate ray tracing. After, we can see the preview here. Okay. I go here. We can put an environment texture. So I go to the scene, to the world, and I can change the color to environment texture. When it's loaded, you can change to the renderer here. As you can see inside. Okay, we can go to the material and we can reduce that to 1.38. Okay, for my opinion, this is much better for the glass that I want to realize. We can go to the UV editing. I select everything. So I go here, I press A, I go to the UV, and we can go to the cylinder projection. When it's done, so I move that outside with G. After, I select the face that you can see here. And we can go to UV, cylinder projection. And after, we can scale that to fit with the image. So I press S, Z, and after S, Y. Just to have something like this. When it's done, we can press Tab and we can go back to the modeling. And we can check the preview here. And it's really nice. You can change the parameter also of the glass, also of the material, but here it's just that you can see how you can place the bump, also how you can modeling the glass. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and see you for next tutorial. Bye!